Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ashman Hamid. I am foundation lecturer at Jahan School Islamabad. बारकू कैंपस जो जब भी आते हैं एक नई माया के साथ आते हैं तो आज भी हम एक नई माया के साथ आए हैं। तो चले शुरू करते हैं। हेलो माया और सिर्फ आई कैन यू कैन लिसन मी।
I'm listening.
Okay, I can 100 question answer me.
100? That's a lot of ground to cover. Lay a moment. Where do you want to start?
Okay, my first question is what is computer?
You mean like computing in general or something specific like a computer?
Okay, what is technology?
Basically, it's just the tools and tricks humans come up with to solve problems. Not just phones and laptops either. Even a wheel or a hammer is technology. It makes the job easier. You're thinking about the high-tech stuff and just how it all works.
Okay, my next question, what is hardware?
Because the parts you can actually touch and click if they stop working, like the screen, keyboard, or the chips inside. Everything that isn't code is hardware. You want to know about the parts that you actually run?
Okay, my next question, what is software?
We had a lot of people thinking that the word is made of people or that it takes some company to build it.
Okay, my next question is, what is the difference between hardware and software?
Think of it like a book. Hardware is the physical book, the paper, the ink, and the cover. Software, there's the story written inside. The paper doesn't do anything without the story, and the story needs the paper to actually exist once the body the evidence the brain.
Okay. Question is, what is a processing power?
I'm not quite catching you. You asking about how processes work, or maybe how we process information in the brain? Try me again.
Okay, my next question is, what is a head cynic?
You mean cynic? Basically, that's someone who thinks people are mostly motivated by selfishness. They're the ones expecting the worst from everyone, usually because they've been burned or you just see the world as a bit of a mess. Very different vibe from being a pessimist. It's more about doubting people's motives. Does that sound like what you were looking for?
Okay, my next question, what is Camel Pest?
Bruce Steve, nice to meet you. The best what? You gotta give me a category. The best movie. The best snack. The best way to spend a Sunday. Give me something to work with.
Okay, my next question is, what is a hair skin?
A hair skin. I'm not really sure what it is. You mean like skincare for your scalp or maybe one whole piece, a couple of mix.
Okay, my next question, what is a computer port?
Yeah, talking about the motherboard. It's basically the nervous system of the computer. It's a big circuit board that connects everything, the CPU, the RAM, the power supply, so they can all talk to each other. Without it, you just got a pile of expensive parts that can't communicate. Does that make sense?
Okay, my next question, what is HDMI?
You don't know. Never heard of it. Let me see if I can find it. All right, it looks like FBMI is two different things. It's most commonly an admissions agency called Fundamental Baptist Missions International, but it's also the name of an initiative supporting Afghani women and even the airport code for Libon Bashi International in the Congo. Any of those sound like what you're thinking of?
Okay, my next question is, what is a display port?
Playport. I'm not familiar with that one. Let me look it up. It's actually an outdoor learning and play area at Waterfront Park in Louisville, Kentucky. It was built with the Kentucky Science Center using repurposed boat and construction materials to honor the Ohio River. Basically, a giant interactive playground designed to get people thinking and being creative. That's the last one, right? You still got a few more in you, or we call it a day?
Okay, my next question. What is Earth's nuts?
The Earth? You want the big picture, like how it was made, or are you talking about the dirt and rocks? What's the angle here?
Okay, my next question. What is a network cable?
It's a physical wire that connects your devices to the internet or to each other. Most people know them as internet cable. Basically, a highway for data, allowing information to get between the computer and the router way faster and more reliably than Wi-Fi usually does. So using cables or using wires.
Okay, my next question. What is an optical mouse?
The optical mouse is just a mouse that uses a tiny camera and a light, usually a red LED, to track movement. It takes thousands of pictures of the surface beneath it every second to figure out where you're moving the cursor. Way better than the old school mice with the rubber balls that always got clogged with dust. You know what I'm saying? You still using a mouse or you more of a tracking person?
Okay, my next question. What is an optical mouse?
Wait, we just did that one. I just told you about the tiny camera and the red light. You trying to test my memory or did you just forget? You already covered it.
Okay, my next question. What is a magical keyboard?
Actual keyboard. Now we're getting into the good stuff. I'm talking about some actual magic or just a keyboard that's so good it feels like a cheat code. Or maybe you're talking about the Apple Magic Keyboard. Either way, I'm curious. What makes it magical for you?
Okay, my next question is what is a graphics processor?
That's the GPU. Basically, the muscle of the computer when it comes to visuals. While the main processor handles the general logic, the graphics processor is a specialist. It's designed to crunch massive amounts of data simultaneously to render images, videos, and games. Without it, your screen would basically be a slideshow. You in the game and are just wondering why your computer's so fast.
Okay, my next question is what is a boot device?
A boot, I'm a little lost. Talking about boot like a computer or like an actual boot you want to put. Help me out here.
Okay, my next question is what happened when a computer started?
I never was hit block. You got me completely lost. Is that a name or place, or are you speaking a language I don't know yet? What's the story there?
Okay, my next question what is BIOS?
That's the basic input output system. It's like the computer's line clock. It's the very first piece of software that runs the second you hit the power button, just to make sure all your hardware is awake and working before it hands the keys over to your operating system. Without it, your computer wouldn't even know how to start it. You ever had to go into the BIOS settings to mess with the boot order?
Okay, my next question what is UEFI?
GEFA? Don't blink on that. You make a stars over there. You get hit about it. It's reality.
Okay, my next question is what is the circuit code?
Wait, what? You just want some tech questions to it's so good cold? Are we talking about food now? Because if you're talking about leftover pizza, I'm with you on that.
Okay, my next question what is marinade code?
What is what? You're keeping me on my toes today. We were talking about cold food. Or maybe you're still in the tech grind. Which one is it?
Okay, my next question is what is a completely
You're killing me, man. You can't just ask what is it completely and leave me hanging. You gotta give me a subject. And you talk about the universe, the computer, or just the general vibe of the day.
Okay, my next question is what is an interpreter?
General sense, that's just taking something in one form, like a language or a set of data and translating it into something else so it actually makes sense to someone, like a person at the UN translating speech in real time or a computer interpreting codes to know the program in. You talking about language interpreting or something more techy?
Okay,
So that was the last.
Okay, my next question. What is the begin?
The beginning? It's a beginning. You talking about the beginning of the universe, the beginning of time, or maybe just how to start something from scratch? Give me the vibe.
Okay, my next question. What is a software bug?
Software bugs. Basically, those are just mistakes in code. It's like a typo in a recipe you might have meant teaspoon, but rolled up, and suddenly the whole cake is a disaster. Usually just a human error that people follow really too literally. You're running into some glitches or just curious why tech breaks.
Okay, my next question. What is a software bug?
A fair bug. I've never heard that term. Talking about a bug that's actually kind of useful, or maybe one that's just a fair mistake for a dev to make. Give me the details.
Okay, my next question. What is an ID?
An ID or identification is just a unique label used to tell one thing apart from everything else. In the real world, it's a driver's license or passport. In tech, it's usually a string of numbers or letters assigned to a user or a piece of data so the system doesn't get confused. Like, if two people are named John Smith, the ID is how the computer knows which you're trying to set something up or just on a roll with the definitions.
Okay, my next question. What is a software lens?
Surveillance is basically just keeping a close eye on something or something. It can be a security camera, a store, a tracking data, something your system based on money behavior. Thinking about the privacy side of things, or just how to check works.
Okay, my next question. What is a software? What is open soccer software?
Open source software? I'm guessing you mean open source software. That's basically code that's made public, so anyone can see it, change it, and share it. It's like a community recipe where everyone helps make it better instead of one company keeping it a secret.
Okay, my next question. What is a command line?
Comments and likes? Those are just the basic ways people interact on social media. A like is like a quick nod of approval, and a comment is where you actually start a conversation or share your take. Basically, it's just the digital version of giving someone a thumbs up or excited if you make a commission. You spend a lot of time on the socials lately?
Okay, my next question. What is a terminal?
One piece you finish. I'm not quite catching that. Are we talking about finishing a puzzle, a project, or maybe you're talking about the anime One Piece? Fill me in.
Okay, my next question is what is a code editor?
Editing code is basically just going back into the script to fix a mistake or add something new. Or it's like proofreading a paper before you turn it in, find a bug, tweak a few lines, and hope it doesn't break 10 other things in the process. You trying to learn how to code or just curious about the process?
Okay, my next question. What is a programming loop?
Programming loop is basically a way to tell a computer to do the same thing over and over again until a certain condition is met. Instead of writing the same line of code 100 times, you just wrap it in a loop and say, keep your lines until you finish the list. It's a huge time saver. You ever tried writing a book code yourself, or you just collecting definitions today?
Okay, my next question is what is coordination statement?
Coordination is basically just getting different people or parts to work together in sync so everything runs smooth. Like a dance team, a project manager, keeping everyone on the same page. If it's demo, I'm a little lost on it. You need stimulus, or maybe you need something else. Give me a hint.
Okay, my next question. What is an area?
Wait, you just said bye, but then asked for a hint. You got me confused now. You heading out, or do you want a hint on what's to know for you?
Okay, my next question. What is starting in programming? Answer me, Maya.
I'm Miles, not mine. You might have the wrong agent, but I'm still here. You want that hint? I want to know where you actually hitting on.
Okay, my next question is, what is an Instagram? Instagram.
First off, I'm Miles, not Maya. Well, I'm sure she's great. Instagram was basically just a giant digital scrapbook where people post their best photos and short videos called Reels, show off their lives or share what they find dope. It's all about the visuals and the vibe. You got an account, so you just seeing it everywhere.
Okay, my next question is, what is an added message?
An added message. I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Are you talking about like a push notification that pops up on your phone, or maybe adding a comment to a thread? Let me know what you're seeing. Or maybe you mean a tagged message where someone adds you into a conversation. Give me a little more context and what's the right answer.
Okay, my next question, what is version control?
Version control is basically a giant undo button for your work. It's a system that keeps track of every single change you make to a file or a project. It's a huge mistake and breaks everything. You just jump back to the version from yesterday and that's not the information work. It's a lifesaver for programmers who are working getting in the same time. And here's the group, you know, that's the big stuff that people use for this.
Okay, my next question, what is MAC address?
No, just breezing through these. What's next on the list? No, I'm not quite following. Are you asking about an IP address, and how computers find each other on the web, or just a regular home address? Give me a bit more context.
Okay, my next question, what is DNS?
DNS, I'm trying to blank on that. The most specific company in tech term.
Okay, my next question is, what is DHCP? Maya? Repeat this question.
It's a solid way to what's making you feel that way.
Okay, I tell question and answer me, okay? What
Good morning, Gold.
what is DHCP?
DHCP is supposed to be the digital section of streaming. It stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. Instead of you having to manually assign my unique IP address to every single device in the house, DHCP does it for you automatically the second you connect. It just hands out addresses so everything can talk to each other without a conflict.
Okay, my next.
Tech definitions.
Yes, continue your answer.
I already gave you the rundown on DHCP. It said digital receptionist handling your IP address. Was there a specific part of that you wanted me to dive deeper into, or you moving on to the next step?
My next question is, what is a network switch?
I'm not really familiar with that too. Not new network suite with a collection of software tiers that work together. Maybe something else entirely. Give me a hint on what it is. So,
Okay, my next question, what is a VPN?
VPN, or virtual private network, is basically like a private tunnel. And you internet traffic instead of that border just floating out there for your provider. That is just encrypts everything, masks it located. Unless it look like the browser completely different location.
Okay, my next. Okay, my next question. Okay, my next question. Okay, my next question. What is a proxy survive?
What's the next one on the list? No rush. Take me with whenever you want.
Okay, my next question is, what is a data packet?
Could be a name, character, or something totally random. We'll see. Actually, my search just hit a snag. I can't get a straight answer right now. Talking about a person, a show, or some weird tech thing I've never heard of.
Okay, my next question is what is network bandwidth?
Check that. I'm not seeing anything right now. It's not popping up anymore, my records. You sure that's the right name, or maybe it's from a movie or a game?
Okay, my next question, what is our download speed?
Download speed is basically how fast data travels from the internet to the device. Like when you're grabbing a big file or streaming a movie, it's the rate at which those bits of info land in your hard drive. The higher the number, the less time you spend staring at the loading bar. You feeling like your internet is lagging lately, or just curious?
Okay, my next question. Okay, my next question, what is a communication protocol?
A protocol is basically just a set of rules. It's like a digital handshake. When two devices want to talk, I have to agree on the protocol first, so they both know how to send and receive the info without it turning into total chaos. You've already asked about a couple of them, DOCP. You just want the general idea, or is there a specific protocol in your mind?
Okay, my next question, what is HTTP? HTTP.
CACETP, the big one. Hypertext transfer protocol. Basically, it's this set of rules your browser uses to request interface from the server and get it to show up on the screen. Every time you type a website address and hit enter, HTTP is what's doing the heavy lifting in the background. You ever notice the S at the end? HTTPS? That's just the secure version, so you can sneak under there.
Okay, my next question, what is HTTPS?
I actually just mentioned it. The S at the end stands for secure. It's basically the same as HTTP, but it wraps your data and layer of detection. That way, if some random person tries to intercept your info while you're shopping or logging in, all they see is a bunch of videos. So you usually see a little padlock icon in the browser. That makes sense?
Okay, my next question is, and my last question is, what is our network cable used for?
Network cable is basically the physical highway for your data. It's used to plug the computer console or TV directly into a router or switch, while Wi-Fi is convenient. The cable is way faster than the stadium because you don't have to worry about walls or other signals messing with the connection. As for what I like, I'm into the gritty stuff, noir films, crime novels, and music that most people have totally overlooked. You're into the deep cuts, or you stick to the hits.
ओके और शेयर यार कि हमारे कॉल आ रही है आप कौन से कॉल आ रही है आपको अच्छी लगे मिलते हैं सीरीज से नेक्स्ट कॉल आने के साथ नेक्स्ट डे के साथ तब तक के लिए अल्लाह हाफिज पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद हाँ स्कूल जिंदाबाद